Happy Life Day, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It has been a minute. I want to say to all of you, hey, family, and happy Life Day. Happy L-I-F-E Day. Yes, happy Life Day, family. Every day that we are living is a day to be celebrated. So I want to say happy Life Day to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for supporting me. I am AlmediaExum, and welcome to my podcast. The motivational message for today, first, before I even say the motivational message, all right? Welcome again. It's been a minute, but I'm excited to inspire you all today, okay? All right, so I said that. The motivational message of the day is overcoming despair. Yes, overcoming despair. I'll say it one more time. The motivational message of today is overcoming despair. Think about that for a second. Overcoming despair. Well, what do you mean by that, Almedia? Well, have you ever felt like you were just down and out, sad, overwhelmed with life? Maybe you've been full of despair because of your career choices, or maybe you've experienced despair or disappointment in your personal life or family life or financial endeavors. It could be a series of reasons, or health endeavors, or just overall the way this world is going and has been going for the past couple of years. Maybe you find yourself in despair. And I want to encourage you to overcome. You can overcome despair. I heard this quote and I wanted to share with you all, and it's from Martin Luther King, and it says, "Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope." What does that mean? Out of the mountain of despair, there's a stone of hope. What I took from that, and that's from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., what I took from that is that even if you are facing a mountain of despair, mountains are huge. You could have so much going on in your personal life. You could have a lot of good reasons to be sad, to feel like giving up. But I guarantee within that mountain of despair, you can find a stone, a pebble of hope. Oh, I need to come up with my own quote. Out of the mountain of despair, find you a pebble of hope. I don't know. But what I took from that is that there can be hope found in the most unfortunate of situations. And I believe that no matter what you're going through, you can find a stone of hope. Maybe your kids are acting up and you just feel like you don't know what to do with them. Maybe their behavior is not improving and you're just like, I'm doing everything that I can to be a good parent. Find you a stone of hope. Look for the good things that life has to offer. Even when it comes to parenting, what are your children doing right? What are you doing right as a parent? Or perhaps you're just not in the job that you want to be in right now. And you're just full of despair, having to show up every single day to the job that you know you don't want to be at. I want to encourage you to find a stone of hope. What can I be grateful for at this job? Well, it's paying my bills. Even if it's not paying all of your bills, it's paying some of my bills. I have the ability to show up at work. At least I have a job when hundreds of thousands of people are unemployed. Some of these things can be good examples of how to explore a stone of hope when you see before you a mountain of despair. Maybe you're dealing with a health complication or illness, and you're just full of despair. You can't see a way out of this. You can't see a way beyond this mountain. I want to encourage you. You can. just find a stone of hope. And what could a stone of hope be in that situation? No matter what health issue you're dealing with, even let's say you can't breathe on your own, but you have your eyesight. Let's say you had a bad doctor's appointment, but you can still walk out of the doctor's appointment. You can still breathe on your own. You know, the little things. And I know you may be like, Almeida, you don't know my situation. I don't. But I believe that God, the universe, has more in store for you. That you wouldn't be here today if you were supposed to give up. I believe that you can find a stone of hope within your personal mountain of despair. Maybe your mountain of despair is your career. Maybe your career just tanked. Or maybe it just flopped. Or maybe you woke up and you're 60 years old and you're just like, I don't know what the fudge I'm doing with my life right now, media. My career isn't where I want to be. I'm not making the money I want to make, or you just got bad news within your personal career, or the career is not, whatever it may be. Here's here's a stone of hope for you, okay? You listening? Lean on in. At least you had the courage to try. You may be like, on media, that's not enough. That's a really small stone there. But at least you had the courage to try in your career. And I want you to take that small stone of hope and understand that if you had the ability to try and fail, or try and be stagnant, or try and have hiccups along the way, know that you can do it again, because you've already done it. I don't care if your business is in bankruptcy. If you've already done it, you can do it again. I took all of that from just that one Martin Luther King quote. I hope it's Martin Luther King Jr. I saw that it was Martin Luther, and I don't know, it could be a different Martin Luther. There's tons of them. But I took that message just from that, because I want to encourage you no matter what you're going through. Maybe you just lost a child, oh Lord, or lost a pet, or lost your home, or just lost hope. There is beauty still within this world. There are good days ahead of you. There's a fire within you. Let's start to rekindle it, okay? I heard this other quote, and it says, the difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories from the same facts. Yes. I know I'm a little much, y'all, but it's okay. I'm going to say that again, okay? The difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories with the same facts. What does this mean? It all depends on your perspective, is how life will present it. Not necessarily how life will present itself to you, but you can tell a story that is terrible life experiences. But if you look at it from a certain lens, it could be a story full of hope. Maybe you're in your hospital bed and you're just like, there's no way up. The doctors have told me it's nothing else they can do, right? But you still have within you the ability to believe. You can change your story around to being from a story of hopelessness. Hey, the doctors have given me no help, to I believe that there is more in store for me. I believe that I can be more, that I am more, and I'm getting up every single day to try. And because I'm getting up every single day, I know that it's still a possibility for me to be better, do better, heal, and just have more of life in front of me. Just by reframing the narrative. It's the same story. I mean, it's the same facts, but it's told in a different way. Another example. Let's say you just lost your job, right? And they fired you unexpectedly. And, you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. I don't know if you have student loans. I have the window open, so if you guys hear a little like city noise, it's because I have the window open. But let's say you don't know how to pay. Maybe you lost your job. You don't know how to pay your bills. Maybe you have student loans. Maybe you have a car note. What other bills do people have? Any other bills, right? And you tell the story from despair. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Life is over for me because I lost my job. You could tell the story that way. Or you could change the narrative and say, you know what? I may have nothing now, but I refuse to believe that nothing is in my future. They may have let me go, but they let go of a good worker. They let go of a good person, and I can always be employed again because I have it within me to be and do everything that I need to succeed, including my financial endeavors. I will receive all of the income that the universe has for me. This job was not a setback, it was a setup. Same facts, just told in a different way. And so the quote that says the difference between hope and despair is a different way of telling stories from the same facts. I want to encourage you to change the narrative of your life. Maybe you got out of a relationship, or maybe you just moved to a new city, or maybe you just decided you wanted to change everything about yourself. I don't know. It could be anything. Change the narrative from despair, disappointment, to hope. The thing about hope is that it's contagious. It's contagious. And the more you do it, the more you realize, hey, I'm beginning to manifest things in my life. And I want that for you. I really do. I remember not too long ago, I personally was dealing through a period of despair. Things were just not working out for me. I had to make some life changes I didn't want to make. And I was just full of so much despair. And I wasn't talking about it to anybody. I was just burying it within me. I was eating it away. I was sleeping it away. I was procrastinating on things I needed to do because I was full of so much despair. And then one day, and I'm not perfect, y'all, but one day I decided, you know what? I can't keep sitting in this. Life has changed. Things have changed. Things I never thought would change. Relationships, friendships, things just changed that I didn't anticipate changing. When the world changes around you, it's so easy to just get stuck staring at the mountain of despair. But I encourage you to find a stone of hope, and then find another stone, and another stone, and another stone. It's a lot of different ways to find hope. Maybe you can't find it by yourself. If you can't find hope by yourself, I want to encourage you to listen to motivational podcasts. Not just me. Listen to Joel Osteen. Listen to Les Brown. Those are the two that come to my mind right now. Listen to people who have more experience in motivating others to help push you and propel you forward. And if you don't want to do that, listen to some music that you love to get your spirit back up. Maybe write, go out into nature, read a new book, listen to an audio book, dance a little bit, dance in the rain. And for goodness sake, you guys, go hug a freaking tree. It'll change your life. Okay. But I say this to say there is definitely a time not that long ago where I was like, it felt like a sea of despair that I was drowning in. And just one day, one step, little by little, I started to come out of it. And I never thought I would. But I'm here. I'm here. And if you're listening to me, so are you. So guess what? You've You're making it through the hardest parts by showing up every day. I was looking at a story yesterday on Twitter, and I know it's a calling for me to motivate people. Because when I saw this story, I was like, God, who was motivating this man? And this is the story. There's this football player. I think he plays for like the Ravens or something. I'm not really into sports. So I could be wrong. I think they said it was like the Ravens. It's a football team though. And they're saying this brother took his own life. Like, and I was like, man, who was in this man's corner? Who was there for him to encourage him? Did he have anybody to where he felt like he had to make the ultimate decision, the final decision of his life by taking his life? I don't want that for anybody. This man was an NFL player, which means there are hundreds and thousands of men of all different races who wanted to be in the position he was in. But he superseded all of that to make it to an NFL team people would give their right arm or leg to be in. He had that success in his life, which was something people would dream of, but he still wasn't fulfilled. There were still things eating away at him. There were still things that he had. There were still areas in his life where he was full of despair. I want to encourage you in moments of despair, if you don't feel comfortable seeking help, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable. Even when I was going through my stuff, a lot of people don't feel comfortable seeking help. If you cannot seek help, which I do encourage you to do, I at least encourage you to seek a little hope through music, through films, watch a comedy, through motivation like Joel Osteen and Les Brown, through art, painting, through nature. Hug a freaking tree. Or take a walk or go swimming. I encourage you to seek hope when you can't seek the help, the physical help of someone else, okay? When I heard that story about the brother, I was just like, man, that sucks. People need motivation. There's a lot of people out there. Oh, there's another forget that YouTuber's name. It's a YouTuber who's really motivational. But it's a lot of motivation out here. So you don't have to listen to Happy Life Day. You can listen to anything. But I want you to listen to something, okay? Know that you're not alone. Sometimes when we go through moments of despair, like disheartenment, or is that a word? I think it is. Disheartenment, hopelessness. We literally feel like the world is on our shoulders and no one understands and no one can help us and no one's going through what we're going through. There's someone going through what you're going through. They didn't walk in your shoes. They're not in your current experience. But there are people who can help you, who can assist you. But it feels like there isn't. And so it's easy to curl up, to just be alone and feel like no one can relate to you. I don't want that to be you. I understand what that feels like, but I want you to know that there are options for you to overcome the despair you may experience in life, okay? I heard this other quote. It says, even the deepest darkness of despair dissolves when you carry the lamp of God within. Yes! Who said this? Anor Oy Chad said this. I'm going to say it to you again. I might say it 3 times because this is it really resonates. Okay. So it says, even the deepest, darkest of despair dissolves when you carry the lamp of God within you. Yes. I'm going to add a little bit of flavor to it. God, the universe, because the universe and God is one and the same. You don't have to be religious to understand that there is an energy above us, around us, within us. Some people call it God. Some people call it the universe. Some people call it a lot of different things. Light being, light source. Different religions call it different things. Yeshua or Allah or I don't know all the different religions, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to say it again. Okay. So it's even the darkest of the deepest darkness. Ugh, even the deepest darkness of despair dissolves when you carry the lamp of God within you. Now, what does this mean to me? This means that when you carry hope within you, because we are all energy, we are all light beings, we all made it to this earth when it could have been a whole bunch of other different beings created, but you made it here. You made it out of your mother's womb. You made it to the age that you are now. You made it despite all of the odds. You are energy. You are light. You are love. You are beauty. So when the quote says, when you carry the lamp of God within you, there's a light within you. God rays within you. When you carry that, you can climb out of the deepest, darkest of experiences. We hear about it every day. Some of our celebrities who have been through different things in their life. Tracy Morgan, he went through a terrible car accident. He's a comedian. He went through a terrible car accident years ago. Didn't think he would walk or talk or anything, and he made it through that experience. There are some celebrities talk about how they went through homelessness, or overcame an illness, or overcame a divorce, or a career failure, and they reinvented themselves. And it's not just celebrities, but like regular people do this too. You hear this from entrepreneurs who, there's this entrepreneur, her name is Pinky, and she's the founder of Slutty Vegan. It's a vegan restaurant chain, and she had multiple businesses that failed. I think even one of her restaurants, before she got into the arena of veganism, she had a restaurant, I think, in New York that caught on fire. Caught on freaking fire. She could have gave up. But she came back, and not only did she come back, she came back stronger than ever. She created a business within veganism, a multi-million-dollar business franchise. You know, like, that's awesome. One of my favorite actresses, and I don't have too many, but one that I really love and I really look up to is Viola Davis. Not only is she so beautiful, and I love her relationship with her husband. I don't know, I'm not in their relationship or anything, but like, I love that how she represents herself, you know? And she had a really tough childhood. She was bullied. She dealt with colorism, being a beautiful chocolate sister. She dealt with poverty. And she told her story. She tells her story about how she overcame that. How even when how she even met her husband. And at that time, she was praying for something, and this man was right in front of her, you know. And then she adopted a daughter. Like, I don't know, but above all of that, just it's inspiring that her career as an actress, like how she holds herself, how she carries herself, the type of story she decides to do. Given her background, poverty, bullying, being told she was ugly, dealing with racism, dealing with identity issues growing up, colorism, you would not think that this woman is who she is today. But she persevered. She climbed out of that despair. It wasn't easy. Sometimes climbing out of despair could feel like you're climbing out of quicksand. You know? I know some of you all know what I'm talking about. It could feel like climbing out of quicksand, which feels like it's impossible to do. Like, the more you try to pull yourself up, the more you're dragged down. You know, it feels like a losing battle. I want to encourage you to keep trying, inch by inch. I believe in you. I believe that you can overcome despair, and not only overcome despair, but thrive. Maybe you're a single parent and you feel alone or hopeless. I want you to know that you can overcome despair. I was looking out my window for a second. I'm like, what's going on up there? But I want you to know that you can overcome despair, okay? You may feel like you're alone. You may feel like you don't have a village. You have you, and you're more than enough. Maybe you're a teacher in the school system and you see all of these different agendas going on in the school system. You see the lack of support from the families of the children. You may see a lot of stuff going on, and as a teacher, as an educator who's passionate about children, you may feel like, what can I do? I don't know what to do. I encourage you to keep showing up every day. You're making a difference in those children's lives. Keep going day by day. What you're doing matters. It really matters. Maybe you're working in the medical industry and you just feel like you're doing your part. You're passionate about helping people, help heal people, but you don't really feel like the clinic you're in, the hospital you're in, the industry you're in is doing their part. You keep showing up. The universe, God, sees what you're doing to make a difference. What you're doing is saving lives, helping lives, encouraging people, building trust and rapport among all of your clients. I know you may be full of some despair, some hopelessness. Little by little, find around you some stones of hope. I can give example after example after example after example. It's fun for me to give a lot of examples. I'm glad I'm back doing this, you guys. I miss doing this. The universe has called me to just inspire and encourage. And I really, really want you to live the best life that you can. And know that I may not know you. I may have never met you. But I feel you. And I believe in you. I believe that the universe has a lot in store. Listen, you all. Try your best to overcome your despair. And I believe that that's within you to do. That is the motivational message of today. I hope it inspired you. I hope it encouraged you. This is fruit from the tree of life. Okay? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Remember you can I'm just trying to make sure I tell y'all everything I normally tell you all, okay? Thank you so much again for listening to this video. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know. This could be all they need today. Is a little extra hope. This could be their stone of hope to help them overcome their personal despair. So share this video, click the like button, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm so that more people can see this message, okay? Remember, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at AlmediaExum. Oh, and most importantly, remember that you are loved and you matter. You are valuable. Life is a gift to be celebrated. The world loves you, and all of your wants and needs are being taken care of. Most importantly, remember to have a happy life day. And if you can be happy, at least be kind to others and to yourself. Everything starts with you, and everything starts within. So remember to have a happy life day. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in, and I shall see you next time. Bye.
Hey, family. Remember to carry around happiness with you. Go to the Happy Life Day merch store and get you some Happy Life Day items. See you soon.